permiso, buenas tardes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, dear friends. I'm Andres Rodriguez from Guayaquil, Ecuador. These are the webinars. Every weekend we organize webinars and we contribute to the English teachers community. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, I can see my friends from Facebook Live. Now we're in Zoom. We are contributing and sharing with these webinars. I hope you're fine. Okay, so you are cordially invited to join us every Saturday to watch our webinars, our streamings that are very important for us. No, you English teachers contributed with your questions, your inquiries, and also you learn and grow with the contribution of our special guests. No, just come and join us. Andres Rodriguez from World Language Academy from Guayaquil, Ecuador, invites you to join and be part of our free sessions. Okay, so today morning, we are going to have the opportunity to share with you a pre-recording session. Okay, this is not online. Okay, it is not live. So you can visit us in a YouTube channel, World Language Academy, under Rodriguez English Coach, and you can leave your message and you can see the content and contribute to the EFL community. I send my greetings to Pakistan, United States, Malaysia and other countries where we also contributed, and we have many visitors and guests that they also observe our webinars in Ecuador, Peru, and everywhere where you can watch. No, okay, it's more than a pleasure, thousands of blessings for you to hear us and also send us my greetings, no, to our Facebook community, Instagrams, and all the teachers that visit us. Okay, our topic today that we are going to contribute is about reflection about how English teachers we are our new modality. So in this new modality, in these new times, we are talking about before pandemic. Before pandemic, what's wrong with us? What happened with us? No, okay. Our society was immersed in the type of education, the modality that it was presential, face to face. That everybody go and come to classes. Educators prepare classes and use the technology and the technological tools for just survival. Okay, just for resources that we used to teach in class. But during the pandemic, okay, everywhere in the world, we instantly change our minds and we have to learn these difficulties and challenges. For any other reasons, many people in the world, they complain and say, well, how difficult is it? What's the matter with education and what's wrong? However, there is another side of the coin that we are going to discuss today. No? So that's a reflection. And the reflection is very personal, and also is also argumentative. We can also choose your side. I don't pretend that my side is only the point of view. You can also disagree with me politely, and you can show your side. No? So that's why we call it a reflection about how pandemic will change in the post-pandemic time. Okay, so let's start first with a quote. You know, UNESCO claims that we can now return to education as it was before. So, okay, basically, you know, as in my introduction, I said that in the past we used to go and come presential classes face to face with people. Educator used to prepare lesson plans. We go to school and see our students and prepare lessons and feedback, no, for our English classes, no, and in general terms, education was socializing with our students. Um, During the pandemic, the modality changes completely because we have to adapt to the new modality that was synchronic classes, pre-recording classes, and with teachers because change our nature of facilitators into the ones that we just present information, and we try to keep in touch face to face in a computer, but we don't feel emotions when we see our students. So maybe what UNESCO tries to say is that we will not the same as we were before, and now we become after. So it means that we learn a lot. If we make a reflection, a deep reflection, we're going to see that our thoughts, our feelings, and our new concepts of education changed drastically. So the intention is that we are going to talk about in this session. Okay, I want to introduce first with some questions that we are naturally respond. Okay, you can respond these questions. Okay, you can leave your message in the chat box or in the YouTube. Okay, when you have the chance to read it. Okay, so what modalities did learners use to study for their classes, courses, or in the university when you study a master course or a PhD in a pre or postgraduate? Okay, as a college educator, I mean that students, okay, when they go to college, okay, they will go prepared with their devices, with technological devices, and they connect the institutional email from the university, and they could reach all the assignments that teachers, professors update or they assign in their platforms, in the Moodle or any other mock-up course that we design or implement for their syllabus. Okay, so the modality was different because they attend normally to classes, but they can also check their email in their devices. So it was like a hybrid method. More than a hybrid, it was more, we could say that it was also branded learning because they have autonomous hours, but most of the time they spend in classes, and sometimes they went home and they naturally opened their laptops and checked their assignments in their platform. So the idea is that what is better. So education in the past or the type of education which is better. So we are going to analyze, okay, every single aspects of this nature. Okay, so go to the chat and you can write your comments now. Okay, I was willing for, and I want to share with you this fact. No, so this is an analysis of what happened with education during this period of time before March 2020, during the months that we was attacking by the pandemic. No, so uncertainties and many doubts were caused by educators because they didn't really know how to adapt to these new modalities. However, in some countries, they were using these modalities, I mean online asynchronous classes and recording classes, in order to promote their new courses and learnings. So, from their PhD, from the courses, the mock-up courses, so the universities were offering different type of courses for their students, no? So that's a good idea for most of them who spend time at home and they leave home, okay? So it was a good option to study at home, and they completed some autonomous hours and they received certificates, and they learn constantly, and they increase their research analysis and their research and analytical and critical thinking when they go through a research. They study and they read a lot more. Okay. On the other hand, no more than less than many countries, okay, they didn't have the opportunity for connection. Thousands of people didn't connect, okay, online because they have some, the majority, they have some problems in the connection. So that's in the case of my country in Ecuador in South America. Um, Basically, we have some problems in to connect. So drastically, we changed that part. However, uh, some students, okay, especially in some higher classes, incomes, their parents spend time and spend money to that they tried it, no, and they studied before, they studied and they could learn much better. But not everybody, most of the population didn't get, and it happened around the world. So many people didn't access to internet, and that is a big problem. So one of the questions, if the modalities were good or bad, it depends on our reality or the town we live in or the place or the country, on the constitution, or where the rules of the regulations of the country or the universities, or I don't know, any institution that uh, that regulate this that part. So, and that's a fact. That's not my opinion. So the majority in our population, they decrease, and many people leave. Okay, the schoolers went out school, they went away. Okay, so it had a very impact, and we have to analyze the part. So nowadays, okay, in these last days, so we are in the post-pandemic time. So how we call it post-pandemic time is a period of time when we are living pandemic, but it's not that the pandemic expires. It means that we are different, that now we have different skills, we think differently, we feel differently, and we were accustomed to the new modality. And also we have a more capacity of resilience and adaptation, okay, integrally or monistically, and also within in the area of the knowledge and the expertise of skills. So regarding to this question, what modalities were more useful and effective before the pandemic? So it is up to you. So in my case, I believe that I learned more things than before. I remember that before the pandemic, I was working in a public institution where we use blended learning. So students come to class, um, and we teachers assign some homework and activities that they could do it in their autonomous hours, and we can check it, and they improve their best way. But that's not the same when we totally immerse in a synchronic class or online sessions, which is totally different because this is 100% online. So your answers are personal. It is according to your experience, and you're welcome. More than a pleasure to receive to read your answers. So regarding to the new methodology, hybrid courses, okay, have been open in different platforms and free courses in the internet, but they are not totally free. Sometimes they have costs, okay, but costs vary from course, program to program, faculty to faculty, university to university. Many universities offers to their teachers, to their students, okay, in order to update their knowledge or for professional development, different courses in areas where they are expertise. So in education field, in English language teaching, we have Coursera, we have the American Educators webpage where we can watch, follow some courses for free. And we have budgets at the end of the course with the certificate. Okay, some other courses, they give you a certificate with hours, where they complete the number of hours that you have followed during the course, and that's beneficial in case your university requires you as a big requirement. So when you need it. So hybrid courses give you that opportunity to prepare at home or in your job to complete a number of hours autonomously, okay, different from the time that you're working in the class with your students. And that's beneficial as a positive side because it increases your knowledge and experience, and they are tools that you can use for your professional development. Okay, hybrid classes existed before the pandemic, not only because many people learned the hybrid classes during the pandemic time. So hybrid classes existed before, and that the combination of both modalities for essential classes, and simultaneously you have the number of hours to that they connect online. It doesn't mean that it's simultaneously at the same time. So you can create a pre-recording, and you can also share with your students, and they can they can watch the stream and ask you questions, and they can see after the recording were prepared for them to watch. Okay, so let me share with you two cases of study that I have prepared during my experience as an English teacher in some places where I have been working. So I call them, sorry, um, they are cases of study. Some cases of study occur in the university or places where we have been studying. So let me share with you right now what happened in some places. Okay. Um, in this case study, we are going to watch how students improve their speaking skills. No, so some students um, use different tools. No, teachers adapt to their new modality with video conferencing, remote learning, recording, or we use blogs. No, to develop reading and writing skills. So we connect, okay, synchronically at the same time, and we have English practice, communication approach, okay? And also we have an effective and friendly feedback for our students to see their results. But it's totally different if you want to measure other skills. I think that blogs can be a good option, or Excel spreadsheets or Google material for them to write or read, okay, or Padlet. Maybe Padlet is a good choice to see your students how they connect and they make comments from texts or topics that they really like. Okay, so another case of study is when you that experiment this in small places, a small number of students, or big places, crowd of students when they are in the classroom. No, so we experiment with with focus group. No, students that are part in courses, and you can see more effective results rather than courses that are they have big populations, especially for productive skills. No, so the as minor students you have, you can also have more results, and also you have uh, time consuming. Okay, you have time for feedback, you have time for sharing of them more opportunities to work in class. So there are more positive sides, and we conclude that it's more effective. So my own conclusions about these study case studies and sure and small research that I have made in my different places of work is that we teachers have to change our mind, and we need to combine and transform ourselves with different skills, no, to adapt, because we don't know what is going to happen in the future. If we return to classes, we need to see face to face our students, and we have to adapt to the newest 21st century skills, which you have to be innovative, creative. We need to be open-minded teacher for the new things that you have to learn, and your students also have to adapt to this. But the most important is that you need to be resilient. Okay, resilient is that you need to be stronger, and also support to your students to facilitate them, because they also suffer from the changes that they have. No, even though you are a teacher, you're a professor in the university, but resilience is an important quality that we have to adapt in this time. So the purpose of this recording is not, it was not a webinar, it was more than a reflection. So my reflection, I have already shared my point You have your point according to your experience. Maybe we could partially agree or we have a strong disagreement, but it's respectful your point of view, and you can also share with me in the chat. No, so you're more than welcome to be part of this AFL community of English teachers webinars, and I will invite you to join us. Okay, thank you so much for being part of this very reflection. So I hope you have a very nice day. No, see you and have a nice day. Goodbye.